Well, the tiger's escape has triggered questions about the country's legislation regarding the keeping of big cats as pets. Let's talk about this now with Elise Parker from Full Pause. Elise, a very good evening to you. Thank you for your time. So, first things first, let's get clarity on where we stand regarding the laws that govern people keeping an animal such as a tiger as a pet or in captivity.
What specifically we need to explain this to the public, Thembekile, is that at present South Africa has a law that's coming in. Barbara Creasy has asked us to submit comment on South Africa's white paper on biodiversity laws. And in that paper, recommendations are made about a lion task team as well as about cats in captivity. We have made a submission and ask also in the second submission that we've made that tigers are also be to included. So the paper is on all the iconic species in South Africa, which then specifies lions. But there's no specifications there for tigers. The lion task team has been appointed and the minister is going forward with that work this year. But we ask in the submission, please, if tigers can be included and that new legislation also look at all big cats in captivity in South Africa. 71% of South Africans has recently said in a report to us that they want all big cats to be included in this legislation and not only lions.
And just on your recommendations, then, what do you think would be best practice in this regard? How do we tighten or get rid of the loopholes that exist currently in bylaws especially?
What was recommended from us, from our side in the submission, Thembekile, is that we really look at the bigger picture. So we need to look at how we can end captivity and how we can end lion farming and how we can end tiger farming. So one of the recommendations that we're making, and also the lion task team, is to see how can we get a voluntary exit from all the lion farmers and the tiger farmers, because we need to end big cats in captivity. That is where it starts, and that is where we need to move on from now. The good news, Thembekile, is that recently in November, we also made a presentation to CITES at the COP19 Wildlife Summit, and there we had our representatives making a submission specifically about how we can go forward internationally by obeying all the treaties that's already in place to really make an end to lion farming and tiger farming as well. And that will go forward this year, because recommendation there from CITES was that there should be stronger legislation, but also stronger law enforcement, and that networks, crime networks, wildlife networks, their work should be disrupted.
And in a case such as what we're dealing with now in Walkerville, where this particular tiger got out because someone had allegedly tampered with the fence around the enclosure. Basically, someone had cut a section of that, and that's how the cat was able to then start to roam around, and now we don't know where it is exactly. Is there grounds to charge the owner or even fine the owners for what's now happened?
Well, if we can go to the legislation, we must first see what we have found in our Year of the Tiger report in Thembekile. So last year, we brought out the Year of the Tiger report, it being the Year of the Tiger, the lunar Year of the Tiger. And in that report, we had no cooperation or little cooperation from the provinces to actually see what the legislation specifies. So at present, 4 of the provinces, and that is Northwest, Gauteng, Limpopo and Mpumalanga, they don't have any regulations specifying anything about big cats in captivity, exotic big cats like the tiger. They don't have any. Now, the other provinces that they have also not made specific recommendations about what to do about captivity, but they do have regulations and they do have permit systems where you can actually make an application also for the transport of these animals, also for the welfare of these animals. So there's a serious side in South Africa that we need to see to at present, and that is provincial legislation as well on big cats in captivity.
What is it going to take, do you think, to then be able to recapture Sheba, especially after so many days in captivity and they don't even know what state the animal is in at this stage?
Thembekile, we are very worried about Sheba because, we have the Big Cat Lion Sanctuary in Bethlehem. And from our experience and from our expertise, we have learned how much wildness there still is in an animal of this sort. So we really want to make a big sort of like appeal to people not to approach the tiger, but to give any reports about the location of the tiger to the people and all the agencies involved. She will be thirsty. She will be hungry. And those are the things of a wildlife animal that we always need to consider, because after you've domesticated an animal like this, they are in a routine, and that routine will also sort of like give her the notice in her mind. This is the time to eat. This is the time to get water. And of course, she will be very traumatized and she will be very afraid because she's also away from her partner. So yes, Makili, our hearts goes out to this tiger as well, but we also need to warn the public. This is a dangerous situation. We have serious concerns for the public as well, and we just need to bring out this warning.
Elise Parker, good to speak to you. Thank you.